Everyone's waiting. Hello, hello. Oh, nobody's here. Nobody's here yet. We'll wait. If you guys are here, say hi, everybody. I seem to get a lot of inquiries with regards to 13A. So let's have a discussion with 13A because I know a lot of foreign nationals coming into the Philippines, getting married to their Filipina and stuff. They wanted to know how to stay in the Philippines legally without. Oh wow, my husband is on. Without having to what do you call this? Without having to keep extending your tourist visa to stay permanently here in the Philippines. My husband is a 13A visa holder. We just processed that last year, and actually, he just got his ACRI card last February, so it's really fresh. We applied for it in Davao City. I know.
The ink still runs.
Huh?
The ink still runs
Ink still runs.
on my ACIR card.
Oh, it's like I know a lot of you want to know how the process is and stuff. So we are going to discuss that today. We are going to share our experience with 13A visa process and the requirements that we had when applying for it. I know the requirements has not changed yet, and if you are in the General Santos City area, because I know there are expats over here too in Jensen. If you guys are from General Santos City, unfortunately, the Bureau of Immigration here in Jensen does not process 13A. So you really have to go to Davao. That's what we had to do with my husband's 13A. We had to go to Davao back and forth to process the 13A visa. So, hello, Polar Bear. Hi, Miss Addie. Kumusta na si CBC ko? Pero may study dahil process sa papers. I don't have time much. That's okay, Sis Joy. How are you? Good morning. Now, can you please get the paperwork so I can show? Let me grab the paperwork that we have submitted. This is in Davao City, particularly Bureau of Immigration, Davao
Let
City.
you grab. You just told me to grab it.
Yes, you can get a tourist extension in Jensen, Brother Jess. You can. You sure can. You can get visa extension anywhere in any Bureau of Immigration office. So this was our folder when we applied for the conversion to non-quota immigrant visa by marriage. This is 13A. This was all the paperwork that I have to prepare. My husband don't really prepare anything. All he gotta do is sign. That's all he did, which is fine because I'll be so nervous if he's the one preparing his paperwork for his visa. We might get denied. But to start, you have it's like let me show you guys our cover letter. It's very important. It works all the time whenever we process something, not just for the husband's visa, but during my immigration process, my green card, citizenship, dual citizenship. I always make sure that we have a cover letter. That way they already know. That way they already know what are you applying for and what are the documents you are uh, submitting to them. So this is the cover letter that I did for 13A. So this is particularly uh, for the Bureau of Immigration Davao City. What we have submitted is joint letter request addressed to the commissioner from the applicant and the petitioning Filipino spouse. So I am the petitioner. He's the applicant. We have to write to uh, Bureau Immigration Commissioner Sir Jaime Morente that I would like to petition my husband request for the conversion to quota immigrant visa by marriage in favor of the foreign spouse, which is Forrest. You can actually just Google the joint letter request for joint letter request, or you can also have a lawyer do it for you. You can. It's either way. What I did with ours is I just Google it, and a friend of mine also helped me because she went through the process and kind of like rewording what they had on their letter, and I just did ours. Buang makadao. Why are you typing that word? You know that's not allowed. It's like nobody's even asking you that. Uh I went to the in the Philippines. There's a bunch of lawyers' office over here for notarization. Unlike in the states, you either go to the bank or you go to the courthouse. But in the Philippines, there's a lot of that. Duly accomplished Bureau of Immigration form, the form for 13A. That's what we had, and a marriage certificate or marriage contract. So the marriage certificate that they really require is your PSA marriage certificate, meaning your marriage has been reported in the Philippines. That's what, because I submitted two copies of our marriage certificate. One is our PSA marriage certificate, and the other one is our marriage certificate in the States. So they returned to me our marriage certificate from the States, and what the guy said at the Bureau of Immigration said, I only need the PSA because this is what is required. So to be on the safe side, if you guys got married abroad, because me and my husband got married in the States, you really need to report your marriage so you guys can have a copy of your PSA marriage certificate. Can you give me some air? And then the birth certificate or certified true copy of the Bureau of Immigration Identification Certificate. So if you're a Filipino citizen, a resident, green card holder, all they need is your PSA birth certificate. But on my case, I am a dual citizen. So what I have submitted is the dual citizenship document that I have. Then the passport bio of his passport and the authorized stay. When they say authorized stay, that is their visa stamp on their passport. Then valid National Bureau of Investigation clearance. This is kind of like the FBI clearance in the States. This is if you have stayed in the Philippines for more than 6 months, which is Polar Bear's case. He's been here for over 6 months. Copy of my Philippine passport, joint affidavit of guarantee. Like I said, this joint affidavit, you can uh, you can have this done at the lawyer's office. Questionnaire for visa conversion. I'm not sure if all Bureau of Immigration is requiring this, but particularly in Davao, they require this. We have we downloaded this on their Facebook page for Davao Bureau of Immigration, and 2 by 2 passport size picture. So that's all the requirements that we submitted. I have received an inquiry if is there any monetary requirement, like you have to have $15,000 in the bank. There is really no requirement of that. The number one requirement for 13A is that you are married to a Filipino national. So that's the most important thing. That's the number one requirement, and the rest will just follow. And we paid about where's the receipt? I can't find a receipt. We paid about 8,670 pesos. So that's about, let's just say, let's round it off, 200 bucks. So we paid about 200 bucks for it. The transportation and stuff going back and forth to Davao was a little expensive because there are times because when we submitted all his document, we have to go to Davao personally and submit all the document, and they would say we will contact you for the next process. We started this like September 14th. We submitted his uh 13A September 14th. You can also track it online if it's approved or not at the Bureau of Immigration website, the main office. And when I track, he's got approved. He's already got a validity date on his application November 5th. So we applied September 14th. Forest got approved. Polar Bear got approved on November 5th. But we actually received a call that he needs to go to Davao to sign some paperwork and for visa implementation in December. So I think that was first week of December. We went there for him to sign some paperwork, and they implemented the visa on his passport. That is the 1 year visa. And then a week after that, we had to go back to Davao again for fingerprinting and picture for his ACRI card. So it's a separate process. After that's done, around February, they already message that his ACRI card is available for pickup. So from September to February, that was the timeline of his 13A probationary status, because there's two types. There's two process on the 13A. One is probationary, that is a 1 year visa. The second one is permanent uh, resident visa, that is good for 5 years. So that will be our next process. So his visa is until November the 5th of this year, 2022. 3 to 4 months before the visa expires, we need to apply for his permanent residency. So we are doing that around August. But around June, we are going to apply for NBI again, because NBI clearance takes a long time to process for foreign nationals. So we are going to get a head start on that. And hopefully by August, we go back to Davao again and apply for his resident visa. So September, October, November, December, January, about 5 months process for his probationary status. So to those who are going to that route, that's the timeline you are looking, including the NBI clearance. You're looking at about 6 months, 6 months process for 13A. So we are ready to take some questions. Hello, only in America, 007. Hello. Hello, Mahako. Hey, Polar Bear. Can I get a tourist extension in Jensen? Yes, you can. Good morning, Brother Jess. Hi, Eaton Squad. Hey, Grace. Good morning. Happy in the Philippines. Good morning. Is Polar Bear dual citizen? That's a good wife taking care of Polar Bear. No, Force is not, Polar Bear is not a dual citizen. And I don't want him really giving up his American citizenship, because that will just cut everything off. The benefits that he's getting for disability and stuff, that will be cut off if he's going to go for dual citizenship. So he has to give up, just like what I did when I become an American citizen. I have to give up my Filipino citizenship to become a US citizen. The good thing about the Philippines is they recognize dual citizenship. The US does not recognize US dual citizenship. As for my case, in the eyes and in the law of the United States, I am an American citizen, not a Filipino citizen. Yep, because under sex, I would tell them none of their business. Sisi, diri sa Osami City, Pwede maka-extend ng sa visa cause Brian plan to visit again soon. He want to say, yes, if you, if you guys have Bureau of Immigration field office in Osames, you can extend. Hi, Addie. Blessings always. Thank you for this advice. Salamat, Ate Addie. You're welcome, Edwin. What about municipal in Cebu? What you can do, Edwin, is you can go personally at the Bureau of Immigration office in Cebu and ask what are the requirements, because what I was when we were doing his 13A, I was just basing the requirements at the Bureau of Immigration website, the main page. Let's see if I can pull it up and show you guys. Because at the Bureau of Immigration website, they would version to non-quota by marriage probationary. I will share you guys my screen. But it's really, I would really recommend you guys to call the office where you guys are going to be applying for your visa, because they have additional requirements. So this is the main page of the Bureau of Immigration. This is the checklist of the document that you will be submitting. Look, joint letter, duly accomplished. But at the Bureau of Immigration Davao, the additional requirement that we do not have is the questionnaire and the, let me see my, there's two forms or two documents that was needed more at the Bureau of Immigration Davao that they have not listed at the main office at the Bureau of Immigration. That is the questionnaire and the joint affidavit. So in here, they only have the joint letter, which we have, duly accomplished form, which we have, marriage certificate, birth certificate, or dual citizenship, and stuff. But there are two more requirements from the Bureau of Immigration Davao City that they have added. That is the affidavit of guarantee and the questionnaire for visa conversion application. So what I did, I've followed what was the checklist for 13A at the main website of the Bureau of Immigration. But I also called Bureau of Immigration Davao City just to make sure I have everything completed. And sure is, they have two more requirements aside from I'm gonna share. Wait, I'm gonna share this other one. They have two more requirements aside from the ones that they have already said on this requirements here. Aside, they have two more documents that they required. Good thing I called, because if we didn't, then we're gonna have to start the process again. And Davao and Jensen are 3 hour drive. So I called and was able to prepare those documents that they need, like ask a rundown of the documents that they need from you guys, and prepare everything. So what I could recommend is, if you guys are going to a particular Bureau of Immigration office that you want to apply for the 13A, aside from the requirements from the Bureau of Immigration main website, make sure to also call the Bureau of Immigration office that you are applying to, and request a rundown of the requirements if you have everything. That way, you guys don't have to go back and forth to that office. How soon after you get married in the Philippines you can apply for 13A? The most important thing for the 13A is that your marriage is recorded. But hobby, like you said, you are getting married in the Philippines, so that's kind of like automatic, because if you get married in the Philippines, you don't need to report your marriage anymore, because that's automatically reported in the Philippines. You can get your actual marriage certificate provided by the PSA, the Philippine Statistics Authority. So if you are married in the Philippines, as soon as you get your marriage certificate, you can actually apply for your 13A. Hi, Adi. I will be arriving in Cebu on May 5th. I am 100% disabled and will be applying for SRRB, and my wife is in Bohol. Is it difficult to apply for my SRRV? I don't think it is, for as long as you have all the requirements. So if you're disabled veteran or just disabled, or is that right? Because if you're a veteran and you have at least $1,000 pension coming in, you are eligible for your payment for SRRV is a lot lesser compared to, because there are 20,000, 15,000, 10,000, and the 1,500. Good morning po. Good morning TLM. Good morning from Manila, going to Sligao City on Sunday. Wow, Aaron. Enjoy your stay in the Philippines. I'm here for the sugar. Huh? You're here for the sugar? This is Magman again? This is Magman. Can your next video clarify what we are supposed to do if the One Health Pass keeps crashing when it comes to the day of your flight? What are we supposed to do? What do you mean it keeps crashing? TLM. If you get permanent residency card, can you get land in your name? That's actually a good question. Because you're a resident here, I would do more research on that, Chocolate Thunder. Because since you're a resident, then I would assume you can. Will I be in trouble? I have 13 banana with kanisi. Magman na po, di ba? This is Magman. Ma'am, good PM. How about in Africa? How to get visa in Senegal? Senegal. Visa in Senegal? What do you mean, Janie? Chocolate Thunder, no one but an individual from the Philippines can get land, period. Thank you for that, Richard. How to get visa in Senegal? Where is Senegal? What are requirements in
If a foreigner is married to a Filipino citizen,
yes.
the foreigner is allowed to buy land, but here's the catch.
Uh-huh.
The title of the land, called the TCT, or Transfer Certificate of Title, will be in the name of the Filipino spouse.
Mm-hmm.
The foreigner's name may be included in the contract or deed of sale, but it cannot be in the TCT or land title.
Mm. Just like when we bought a house, it's like, well, what was in the contract is it's under my name, but it always have married to, then his name. That's what I've heard. Thank you, Addie. You're welcome, Kenny. See, that was really Magman. I can already tell. I've heard individuals complain that when they are trying to register, it takes them hours. Wow. It's like I have few subscribers, TLM, that reach out to me because they were having a problem trying to register with One Health Pass. They trusted me enough to send their details. It's like I'm not gonna use your details. I'm just trying to help. They trust me enough and send me all the details that I need to fill out on their One Health Pass, and was able to generate their QR code in an instant after I hit submit, and just send them the QR code and deleted all that information that I received from them. So that's I'm not, it's like I've done this I've done this to several what do you call this? I've done this to several subscribers already for their One Health Pass, and I was able to generate their QR code. 4 days. My bud made it from New York to Manila smooth after the craze. Oh, Magman, can I share that story? It's like Magman messaged me yesterday. Is it okay, Magman, if I share it to them? Because it's not because all your paperwork are complete, that doesn't mean there is not a screw up on your flight. Somebody will screw up. Well, somebody will screw it up for you. Just main example is Magman's buddy. He was flying from New York to Manila, and oh my God, the chaos started. Even if his, it's like, yeah, thank you, Magman. So His body was flying from New York to the Philippines. Everything went smooth. Check in, all paperworks were checked. The process went smoothly and everything. So he's already on the plane, waiting for the plane to take off. Then they announced that everybody has to get out because they have to sanitize, or was it sanitize the aircraft, because somebody, Race Hell, she tested negative with her COVID-19 test result, but the problem is she tested positive of being sick. She was sick while boarding the aircraft. She got cough, she got cold, so the airline was not comfortable boarding her, but she raised hell. Uh she went the she went on carry-on mode, so the airline staff let her board the plane. But I'm not sure who said that no, she can't do that. They can't do that. So everybody was offloaded from the aircraft, and to sanitize the plane and reboarded everybody. So by that time, all the passengers' COVID-19 test has expired, right? So the Philippine Airlines had offered COVID-19 test for everybody, and they have to reboard the plane again to fly to the Philippines. And yeah, Magman's body is already here in the Philippines. That's it's like I was talking to Wagman yesterday. It's like it's not because all your document is complete, you are guaranteed you fly to the Philippines right away. If you don't screw it up, somebody will. It's like that's just a bummer. Well, my flight is on the 7th, so I don't have any issues. I would love for you and your husband do it for me. Sure, TLM, just message me if you're comfortable doing that. I would be happy to do that for you. Manila, he had 1 hour layover, then off to Cebu. He made it through customs and all the past stuff within 30 minutes. That's good. Thank you. Africa. Is Africa not included on the uh, Executive 408? I think. I don't think it is. To go to the nearest Philippine embassy or Philippine consulate in Africa. So, yun po. Yes, he needs to apply. Hi, Addie. Thank you for all the information that you are providing. Could you provide a link to download the questionnaire for visa conversion application? STCW. STCW. This sounds like ano. This sounds like captain's license. One of the requirements that you do. No.
Yes.
This is ST. Oh, I'm familiar with STCW. You said STCW advisor. Are you working offshore? No, I mean, if you are applying in Davao, I will try to find the link STCW and I will post that in the community. If you guys are not so busy, you can also check out our community because it's kind of like Facebook. You can post announcements there and stuff. So I will provide that over there for STC for the questionnaire for visa conversion application, because it looks like this. Let me see if I have it over here. I hope it's like in Davao, they will have you prepare 3 folders. One for original documents, the other two are photocopy. So where is that questionnaire? I think they got it.
And once you get approved, you got to go down and get copies of all those
Yes.
and put them
Prepare.
in
Oh my
files.
god, there's like the copies and the photocopies and copies are endless. So I was like, oh my god, it's like
Because you
the,
have to have copies of them with the stamp.
the Philippines is really so fond of documents. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, this is how the questionnaire look like. You actually have to put a picture in there. This is how it looks like. You have some questionnaire. It's funny. It's like I'm gonna read you guys some questions that they ask. Describe or give good and bad qualities or characteristics of your spouse. There's it's like you have to list good qualities. We've listed three good qualities and two bad qualities. Then the other question was, why did you decide to reside in the Philippines? So they ask questions like that. And the other one is, what type of activities do you like to do together with your spouse? I told my husband they want the naughty answer or they want. We were laughing. It's like, no, we probably stay wholesome on this, or else they will probably not approve your visa. So those are the questionnaires that they ask from you. Those are the questions that they ask from you on this application. It's really funny, but hey, it's part of the process. You have to process it and stuff. So, yep, sanitized because the girl went nuts and was spitting and causing a scene because she was sick. Oh my god, she went full Karen mode. No. Yep, so they made then all get tested again. Oh, wow, that's a lot of tests for the airline. 4 hours. My flight, Vegas, will be 4:16 on May 7th. Oh, cool. Hello, Ari. Good morning. Di na need ng husband ko COVID insurance to enter the Philippines. Galing siya US. For as far as I know, like the update I said, if you are married to a Filipino national, you're not required with travel insurance, but also have your husband call the airline because I've heard some airlines still require travel insurance, which, ridiculous. It's like they should follow the IATF protocol. I will send message with my details to your Instagram. Sure, TLM. Very good, Addie. Thank you very much. You're very welcome, STCW. My bud is headed to Southern Leyte. He will get married next month. He paid my fiance's cousin to do all the paperwork for them to marry. She's a lawyer. She took care of everything. That's cool. Connection in the Philippines really helps. I am applying in Manila, but I am so impressed with the detailed information you are providing. I am taking your advice that more documentation is best. Yes, it is. The Philippines love documents. Thank you. You're welcome. Hello, Addie and Polar Bear. Good morning. Good morning, Craig. How is it going? So, like I said, I just wanted to touch base on this discussion because our channel is not just for travel updates. We also do immigration updates because we share the process. We share the process that we have gone through, especially with Polar Bear. He's really establishing his residency here in the Philippines. So far, he's on probationary, and then we are going to apply for the permanent residency. And the permanent resident visa, that's 5 years. But all you gotta do is report to the Bureau of Immigration yearly. That's the annual report. I don't think I have uploaded the process of the annual report. But the annual report is will cost you 350 pesos. That's about what, $6? 6, $7 a year. And the
Seven.
process, yeah, and the process is very quick. That we just filled out some paperwork again, some forms at the Bureau of Immigration office. Just like on the annual report, we did not have to go to Davao anymore. We did everything here in Jensen, so that's a
$8.
good thing. I
650.
I canceled my flight because government of Japan, you will not. I've heard Japan is not accepting transit. Uh, Jay Jimenez, can you share a little bit more of the information with Japan? Uh, I know he's typing. Okay, Adi, thank you. You're welcome. Good, thank you. So I've just heard that Japan, because Japan is still closed to visitors. But I know brother Jess went through Japan. Been hearing flight cancellations to Japan because of Japan is still closed. I don't know if they are just being very cautious because of this new variant again. Not sure. So, like I said, guys, if you have, I have uploaded a video for our 13A process. It's way, way back in September. If you guys are checking our videos in the channel, just look for it around September. That was really around September, October. That was when I uploaded the process for 13A. It's a step by step process for the 13A. It's a lot of work, but if you really do it correctly the first time, you will not have a problem with your process. It's like the immigration officer even acknowledge how organized our paperwork were when we submitted our application. So I really want that. That's like whenever we apply for something, whenever we deal with immigration process, I always make sure that the people who is processing our paperwork will not have any question, or don't even let them ask, or don't even let them question the documents that you submitted. I always make sure that they are satisfied with all the documents that we submitted. I said we, but I'm the one processing it. I don't even get a processing fee. He's laughing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. But no, it's like I always make sure. It's like I guess my husband would always say my wife is a perfectionist, which I am. I was like, I don't know what is perfect, but I always make sure that, because I don't want repetitive process. I don't like doing it. Like I said, if you guys can do it correctly the first time, do it. And if you guys are applying for 13A, especially if you are within General Santos City area or Davao City area, you can message me, and I'll be helping you guys out as much as I can on your process to go smoothly. And I've one of our subscriber from Kidapawan City call call me because they were offered at the Bureau of Immigration office that they are going to take care of the process, but they have to pay 50,000 pesos. It's like, holy smokes, that's a lot of money. I guess that's how the process is over there. Like, that's really up to you if you want to take the bait, but if you guys are not in a hurry, you can do it on your own. Do it on your own to save money. I canceled my flight today because Japanese government don't allow to enter Japan, which means you can't go to Narita Airport. However, I sent you my post from Japan Airline under my name. Wow, really? So Japan is closed? DFW, that is from Dallas, Texas. Dallas Fort Worth. So you're flying, Jay. You're supposed to be flying from Dallas to Narita, then Narita to Manila, but they don't allow transit. Oh my goodness. Japan is closed. That's probably why I know. That's probably why there is a bunch of canceled flights lately. I thought that was a no. I thought that is allowed. Because you are just transiting in Japan. I don't know why they don't allow that. The US Embassy Japan update. This is wait, sir. Country specific information to Japan. I am trying to ano. I'm trying to read. They don't have information on transfer though. That really ano, that's a bummer that Japan is closed. I will dig into that. I will read from the US embassy and consulate in Japan on what's the latest. So that's our immigration update for today, guys. With regards to 13A, I wanted to do an update on this because, like I said, I get quite a bit of inquiries with regards to 13A because since the country opened up for foreign tourists, they have I was like they were just waiting for the Philippines to open up so they can come in, get married, and it's also quite expensive if you keep extending your tourist visa. Uh, that's like $50 a month. So good night, Addie and Polar Bear. Need to sleep. Work in the morning. Thank you again. Good night, Craig. Take care. Can I process my residence visa in Jensen? And how much is cost and document they need? Jensen, uh, you can't process your resident visa in Jensen because General Santos City Bureau of Immigration doesn't accept or doesn't process that type of application over here. You have to go to Davao for that, Ali. DY Eaton family, you're welcome, Brother Jess. When are you going back? I think it's extending. You're extending, right? We will dig more on the Japan restriction. Yeah, that's what he said. No, it's like you just flew to Japan, right, Brother Jazz? Your Japan is your transit country. No, have to leave the 18th. London, my birthday, June 2. Oh wow! Happy birthday to you. Oh, Japan is level 3 on the US advisory. So I'm not really so sure. I hope they don't start closing countries down before I trans. Yeah, I know. Hurry up. Bought one way ticket to LAX nonstop. Cool. That's cool. Best way to go. Direct flight. Direct flight to the US. Oh my god, my nose. I jumped from US to Doha, Doha to Cebu. Cool. Do you have information Cotabato City immigration still open or they close? I did not know that Cotabato has Cotabato City Bureau of Immigration office. Oh, they actually do. They're open. They are open as it states. Ali, they are open. So if you guys don't have any more questions for me, we can wrap this up. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's the process, on how to do it, how much the cost. So for 13A, the process is pretty much uh would what do you call this? The process is about 6 months, and it's about $200 for the processing fee. I was already making plans for my triumphant returning in November. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I said wrap it up. Mugman, you better stop talking because I am wrapping it up. Okay? So I will see you guys in our next live or next update. It's like the IATF has already released a new travel update on what cities are on alert level 1. So I will be updating that for May 1st through 15th. So please keep an eye on that. Maraming salamat for tuning in. Stay safe, everyone. I will see you on our next travel update. And if you guys have urgency on with regards to travel updates and stuff, you can message me on our Facebook page, same handle, the Eaton Squad. Thank you guys so much. Bye bye. I'll see you next time. Stay safe. I better end this